At a time where golf clubs have never been more expensive, should you spend upwards of £500 on the latest TaylorMade QI 35 driver? Or should you spend upwards of £300 on last year's TaylorMade QI 10 driver, which I think potentially is a great sweet spot in the market? Or is the best driver of 2025 under our nose and has been the whole time for £160? Hi everyone, my name's James and welcome back to this YouTube channel. Guys, today I have the TaylorMade M1 440 driver. So this is a 5 or 6 year old driver. I think it looks absolutely phenomenal. It's in fantastic shape and it's that smaller tour driven head. It actually features an Ozic Matrix black tie shaft in here, and I got this for £160 second hand. Now you might be thinking, James, what on earth are you thinking testing a driver that is that old? Surely you're not going to get the ultimate performance. Surely if you're serious about your golf, you have to spend all the big money on the clubs we've just mentioned. I'm going to hit you one shot to start this video, and let's just have a little bit of a brief discussion on money, value and performance, because that is the cat well and truly amongst the pigeons. Guys, we've also got a very special guest on the channel today. You won't believe it, but I've dragged him here all the way from
Barnsley.
How you doing, mate?
I'm good, thanks, yeah.
So guys, we've done video like this before, and I honestly think I've found a really good sweet spot in the market for TaylorMade golf fans, because that and the M2 together were the driver that I think put TaylorMade on the pedestal of being pretty much the best drivers on the market.
Absolutely. I mean, I know many stories of people that's like reshopped or rebought this driver.
Yeah.
You know,
and even down to the 440 style head. So I'll compare it to the QI 10 and QI 35 in just a moment and show you the differences in feel, differences in look, and of course differences in performance. But TaylorMade don't really do that really small head anymore, which I think is a huge shame, because it was a fantastic head. This is very similar to such as the Titleist GT4, that kind of really small, sleek looking head. And I know a lot of people who had these. I actually had the M5 version as well, the 440, and I loved it. You couldn't take it out of my bag. And my brother, who played off scratch at the time, had it as well. Did you ever have one of these?
I've not tried this. I've tried the M2.
Yeah.
I've never tried M1. And do you know what? Like you've just said, the deepness of the face and the look of the head.
Because this is second generation M1 as well, because the initial one was yellow, wasn't it? This was that kind of lovely limey green colour. I think looks wise, you know, if they brought this kind of scheme back,
yeah,
people would absolutely love it, wouldn't they?
I think it was 2017.
Nice shaft as well. That's one of the big things you get potentially if you go in second hand. That is absolutely awesome.
Is it for sale?
Look at that cutting back now. Wow.
That felt so nice, you know.
And doesn't it feel nice that you're not spending like £500 to hit that drive?
There's something almost a bit quirky about it as well, isn't there?
There is,
you know,
like if you look at this compared to some of the newer generation TaylorMade drivers, you can see all of them have that kind of carbon sole element. They all have a carbon crown element if we look on top. Obviously they do differ. We've got the shiny looking gorgeous gloss carbon on the QI 10. QI 35 is much more kind of, I don't know what you call that, it's like a triaxial carbon but grey. But with the M1 you had those movable weights as well, so we've actually got this in its most forgiving setting. Even though it is a bit of a kind of low spin tuned performance model, you could move that weight forward, have it in the low spin setting. Have you got a key in your bag?
I have actually.
You are that guy who always has a key in your bag. We might have a move and a play around with those. You can put draw or fade setting as well, whereas when it comes to the QI 35 we have those 3 track weights now which we do move around, so you can move them to help you. One of the things which I do think this driver was lacking at the time, you can see both the QI 10 and QI 35 have that through slot speed pocket. For me, that helps massively and dramatically in testing on low face hits. It helps you maintain that ball speed and just helps you kind of maintain a bit of a lower spin rate as opposed to the ball spinning up. So this potentially isn't going to be as forgiving as the two drivers here, but it's also a heck of a lot cheaper, and we of course don't have the carbon face which these drivers have. Carbon faces came into Stealth and Stealth 2, didn't they, initially, and TaylorMade have kind of run with it with the blue carbon face on QI 10 and now of course the black carbon face on QI 35. But if this is really the best driver of 2025 for that price, we have to put it head to head against some of the big hitters. Now, I actually think the QI10 is a really, really good price point at the moment and a really, really good performing driver. So let's have a little bit of a long drive challenge here, guys, on the 15th hole, actually. I always get this wrong, with QI10 and with M1. Then we're going to get the QI35 out on the next tee and see potentially just what the real big differences are here, because you can stand on a launch monitor all day, you can get ball speed, you can get spin rate, you can get differences, but you only get one chance out on a golf course. And when we're talking financials, we're talking money, that one chance might be the one where maybe it suits you, maybe it doesn't. So what shall I go first?
M1.
M1
Let's set the
first.
bar. I'm looking forward to this because I'm a Stealth 2 user.
Yeah.
And I've never tried the QI10 or the QI35. This will be interesting. Solid.
That's nice. It's a little bit dippy, but it's just up the left side of the fairway. That's going to be absolutely fine. It was a little bit toey, and amazing how different it actually sounds and feels, because you forget how it feels without that carbon face now. Right, QI10. Totally different looking proposition. Oh yeah, that was gorgeous. So two interesting shots there, two pretty good shots to be honest. Be interested to see when we get down there what the differences are. I'm also interested to see what happens with Gaz here, because I know, being a TaylorMade driver user yourself,
did you feel any difference between the titanium and carbon face?
I feel like the carbon face feels fantastic compared to that.
Really?
And when I first tried the Stealth, I didn't really like it, but it's amazing how you kind of get used to stuff over time.
Yeah.
It's like when BMW bring a new car out with those massive different grills on, and everyone goes, oh, that looks awful. And then 6 months later, everyone loves it because you just kind of get used to it.
True. I did feel that this felt a little bit harsher than like carbon, because I've
Yeah.
got used to that like softer feel off driver.
I just think with that 440 head though, I can't believe that we haven't seen more of it, because it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Nice. Guys, that's a fantastic shot. Wind just bringing it back to the middle nicely.
Do you know, on 18th, I won't mind it in my Stealth, comparing it,
Yeah?
because I genuinely might buy that head off you.
Really?
Seriously. I might do. For some reason, I just feel like it looks better to me than my Stealth 2.
The way you've hit it, what about the shaft as well?
I like the deeper face as well, because I'm somebody that catches things a bit out of bottom.
Yeah, yeah.
So having that deeper face gives me a bit more confidence. I'm definitely not a fan of that head.
QI10, no?
I don't like that as much.
No?
It's a bit bigger profile.
Just down the left. So we've kind of swapped roles there.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what though, mate, that's massive.
Be interesting. I'm looking.
I think that's almost past my ball.
It will have to compete on distance. Obviously, if it falls short at Stealth 2, then I won't be interested. But from them first two initial hits.
Interesting what you say about the head though. Like, put them both down so we see the playing position, and it's like, it really is chalk and cheese, isn't it? I know there's a big generational difference there. Between them, there's Sim 2, there's Stealth 2, then there's QI10. So there's like 4 drivers between them. But I think that M1's really like the lovely middle ground.
Yeah, I like that.
Multi-material composition.
There's a reason why though. A lot of tour players keep this in back.
Matt Fitzpatrick used the M2 version for ages, didn't he?
Yeah.
And I think, I just think it looks
There was
fantastic.
someone on Live Tour as well using one. I noticed in Centurion a few years ago.
Yeah, and that's an interesting debate, because with pros now, to be honest, especially if they're on the kind of the Live Tour and stuff like that, making gazillions of pounds and dollars, they don't need these club contracts anymore, so they do just use whatever they want. And it's kind of showing up some of the bigger brands because they're not necessarily being paid to use the driver, so they don't.
Rory paying $1,000 to get his QI10.
I did that video did really well. I did a
Yeah.
video on that. There's no way you put all those head covers on properly and put them all in the right bag.
I'll put one on.
What? Where's that head cover?
I don't like QI10.
Yeah, we can put an head cover on it. I was thinking there's no way on God's earth I can trust you to do that properly. And I bet they're on the wrong ones. Right, so as we drive up this fairway, I love this old school method of testing, by the way. We have Gaz's, that's your M1.
Oh my God, it's miles short.
Yeah, and this is what I'm thinking, this is your M1.
Look at the bloody QI10. It's 50 yards in front.
But that white ball there is my M1. So we're quite close together there. Where's my QI10? My QI10 was it in this bunker? Or is it past the bunker? Because I do feel, so QI10, M1. But then Gaz's M1 No, Gaz's M1 and QI10. So it goes to show different drivers work for different people, and I love this style of testing. Do you want to hit it against your Stealth too? Because that's a long way back and you hit that.
It's all right though, because that might just be optimised more for you.
Yeah, potentially.
And obviously that one's not, it's not optimised for me.
And it shows that you offered to buy that off me before you even saw that, and there's 50 yards difference.
It is.
QI10's a beast, mate, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like if that's not hit the bunker, in fairness, I mean it's rolled in that way, so maybe not. But we've kind of just caught the quick end of the fairway there, haven't we? I'm quite annoyed that Gaz has beat me there actually, because I thought that was going to be big. But let's go to the 18th tee. Let's see what we can do into the wind, which will be interesting. Because drivers have come on with spin rates and stuff to help you into the wind as well. Right guys, we've just had a bit of a chat off camera about why we haven't done this in a simulator, and you don't know where you're going here, do you?
Well,
you're literally going to drive straight over this tee. But we're going to the 18th.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
We've literally just had a conversation. Should we, in fact, my hat! No! Right, we've safely look at stay in my hat now. We've safely navigated our way to the 18th tee. I've smashed my knee as I got out there as well, that really hurt. But we've just been saying about consequences on a golf course. The reason why I haven't done this in the simulator is because there's nobody swings it like that all the time,
Absolutely
do they?
Not.
So, this hole, we're going to hit one with the M1, which I stand by this as a really, really good driver for the price. And then I'm probably going to hit QI35. You're going to hit your Stealth too. But we're taking the worst drive and we're finishing the hole out.
I'm up for that.
And the loser buys breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah? Because then it counts, doesn't it?
There's a big consequence to that.
About £14, mate. Yeah. Right. I'll let you go first this time as well, so I know what I've got to beat.
And this is not just a Stealth 2, it's an £800 Stealth 2 with that shaft in. Well, it were at the time when it were out.
This has been properly fitted, mate, hasn't it?
It would be embarrassing if M1 did beat it.
Into a proper wind here as well, so it's not going to play short, this. Great shot. Just get lucky through there, which I think it has. A little bit left of where you wanted it, but a good low penetrating shot. This has got to stand up and be counted now. £800 worth of Stealth 2 here. Oh. Now this is interesting because they're both on the same line.
There's not a lot in them. I think they've both got that tree.
I think that I've just zoomed in on that. I saw it catch the tree. Yeah. Hash browns, sausages, bacon, beans. You got one of my balls as well?
I might have, yeah. I'll put it in my bag.
You've put it in you had it in your hand 2 minutes ago.
Did I? See a Wilson.
You're a Robin. You. M1 first. I'm going to aim a bit further right, because I think into the wind we're not carrying those trees like you normally would, are we? That's that shot where I've hit it low on the face and it has just kind of spun up quite a bit. It's absolutely fine, it's in play, but I think it's quite short. See what QI35 helps us with. That's better.
Nice.
That's the perfect tee shot, isn't it?
Yeah, you missed a lot.
Just bounding down there. And I think that's just two different golf swings, to be honest, realistically. But, like, you look at the similarities here, does look more similar than QI10, doesn't it? Obviously the QI35 LS, and even the head shape's a little bit more similar.
Yeah.
It's not 440, but...
I think what you could say, if you're on a budget as well with that M1, you could optimise it for yourself a little bit.
Of course you could,
can't
definitely.
You?
Yeah,
It's
you can.
Very adjustable.
Yeah, it's probably... I wouldn't say more, it probably is more adjustable because you've got all the little increments, but I do think the adjustability on QI35 is very good now.
Yeah.
Like from a fitting standpoint and stuff. So obviously if you're a really, really, really keen golfer and money's no real object, I think you probably would go for the latest and greatest. But I think for the masses of people who, to be honest, even like me, who just come out and play really to have some fun, I don't compete anymore, I don't enjoy competing, but I enjoy playing golf with my friends, that could be something, couldn't it, that you really, really just have some good times with?
Yeah, definitely.
Right, you might be in the trees, mate.
Well, you might have another driver in.
Yeah.
Oh no, no, don't do that to me. Why? Why? Of all the places it
And this is why, so that £800 driver's giving you just a little bit more to get you past that tree, isn't it? It's like the Harry Potter tree, that, isn't it?
It's like one of them that you just can't get round. I'm going to have to try to cut it and just do some magic.
I'll tell you what. I haven't seen it, but...
I hadn't seen all, but I know it were cutting.
Yeah. So my QI... which one do you want me to take, by the way?
Where's...
QI35's there, a bit like Gaz's was, but my M1's all the way...
In fact,
a long
yeah,
way
you
in.
can have this one.
We always turn it into a comp, don't we?
Yeah.
We can't just...
We'd have parred it if it weren't for that. It's out, it's through.
Sit. Oh, that's a great layup. Any news on yours?
We can't see anything, but I tell you what, I didn't realise it weren't that far from green, were it? Very nice.
How good was that?
That is spinning.
How good was that?
Lovely.
You know when you play worst ball off the tee, I think it does make you challenge yourself more.
Yeah.
And I think back to the driver thing, like if you look at, well, all the clubs in our bag, they're all more expensive than that driver, and usually your driver's the most expensive, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think this wedge was probably a similar price. Putter was definitely more, the lab. Your PXG iron's mega expensive. Axis 1 expensive, mini driver expensive. Even maybe my OGO bag would cost more than it.
Yeah.
Right, Gaz has found us. The distance was good, it just didn't cut for you, did it?
Not as much as I'd have
Mine was
liked.
a lovely chip actually to finish there. Sit, go in, go in. Oh! What a fantastic shot that is.
I like to keep it low, that's why it's gone through a bit.
Imagine 18 holes worst ball for us.
That'd be brutal, wouldn't
It
it?
would. I think. Would you break 100? Do you think?
Potentially, I think we would, yeah. Look at the swing on that. Whoa, whoa!
Good news, mate. Still you.
I'm no better off than I were before. Got to at least hold this and make you putt.
It's a good 5 from that tee shot, isn't it? Really,
Yeah.
where it finished. Good job. It's a video about a driver, isn't it? Well played.